Welcome to Electron ITS YouTube channel. Today we are going to start a lecture series on System Verilog programming. This is the first session. In this session we will talk about 8-bit adder combinational circuit. So as you know, 8-bit adder circuit consists of 8-bit of inputs and 8-bit of outputs. So the basic system of 8-bit adder circuit is we have 8-bit of input. So this is input A, this is input B, and we have carry in, which is third input, and we have sum and carry out. So these are the inputs. We call this portion as an input portion, and the sum and carry, the C out, will be our output signals. So there are 3 input signals and 2 output signals. Now, how to represent 8 bits in Verilog programming or system Verilog form? So to represent 8 bits, we have to write 7 to 0 of A. So this represents the A signal is of 8 bits. Similarly, we have B signal, which is again from 7 to 0 B, and C in is 1 bit signal. So no need to indicate the number of bits. It is just a 1 bit signal. So C in only 1 bit. Similarly, we have sum as our output signal, which is again 8 bit signal. So 7 to 0 sum, and C out is again a single bit. So just C out, we will mention it as a C out only. No need to represent it using numbers, right? Now we will discuss about the basic sum operation. So here instead of X, I will consider X as a input, first input, which is 8 bit. So for example, the input bits are 0000, 0001. The second input is Y. Y is equal to 00000001. Now I want to add these two, so uh, I will store this operation in one variable. So I call it as a sum. Okay, I call it as a sum. So here, if the extra carry or carry from the previous process, so we call it as a C in, which is input carry. So that carry will be added to the LSB bit of the numbers. So total 1 plus 1 here, that will be 0. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. So it will generate the carry as 1. Then 1 plus 0 is 1, and remaining all bits will remain 0. So we will write it as a 000, and here also it will be 0. So total 8 bits are there of sum. But if any carry generated at the output, so that will be your now in this case there is no carry generated here. So this carry out place is vacant. That means the value here is 0. So this is carry out place. So actually your output is 8 bit output, right? So the output which we are getting is actually 8 bit. So instead of, so this total value I will store as a one signal, which is out signal. So here I will represent that out signal as 8 is to 0, and the eighth bit of this out signal is nothing but your carry out. C out is nothing but your 8th bit of your output, right? 8th bit of your out signal. Okay, so last bit means 8 bit of your out signal is C out. So C out is nothing but 8 bits of your out signal, right? So total we have now these number of bits are 9. So that's why we have written it as a 8 to 0. That means total bits are 9 bits. So these number of bits are here 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So total bits are 9. So that's why we are representing the out signal as 8 to 0. Whereas say, the sum signal is nothing but this signal. That means it consists of these bits. So this from 0 to this 0. So this is nothing but your sum. So this represent the sum. This portion represent the sum, and this total 9 bits represent your out. So there are two signals. Out signal. So out is, you have to remember this. Out is 9-bit signal, and sum is 8-bit signal. The sum is nothing but the sum of x plus y plus c in, which is nothing but your sum. Whereas out is nothing but sum plus c out. So out is nothing but sum plus c out. So these two things we will use in writing the program in system Verilog programming. So simple addition we are doing, just we are adding two 8-bit numbers x and y. So here I am considering c in as 0. If you apply 1, then your output will get changed. So 1 plus 1 0, 1 will be your carry, and then it will extend till last. So this is about um, the input which we are providing. So in this case, how many inputs are there? There are 3 inputs, x, y, and c in, and there are 2 outputs, sum and c out. And one more output we are representing here, which is out. So actually out is nothing but sum only, but with c out we are representing the out signal as c out plus sum. Okay, so these two things are important. Sum is nothing but your output signal only, which is x plus y plus c in, and your uh, output with c out we are representing it as a out. So in this case your system is like this. So x is your 8-bit input, 8-bit input from 7 to 0, from 7 to 0. Y is your 8-bit input from 7 to 0. Then 1 bit C in, which is carry in. Then your output, which is sum, which is again 7 to 0. And C out is 1 bit. And combination of this is nothing but your out signal, which is 8 to 0. And the 8th value of output signal is nothing but C out, the last value, which is 8th value. So this is nothing but the 8th value of the signal, right? So which is MSB. So MSB 8th value of your out signal is nothing but C out. 8th value of your out signal is C out. So this is what we want to do in this circuit, which is 8-bit adder circuit. So basically, if you look at the structure will look like this. There will be 8 1-bit adder circuit were cascaded like this. And 1 bit at a time we are adding. So this is x1, y, this is x0, y0. It is generating the sum 0. Similarly, this is x1 and y1, and it is generating s1, and so on till the last bit. I will not draw everything here, just want to show you the graphical or the diagrammatic representation, block diagram representation of this circuit. So from S0, S1, it will go up to S7, and from X0, XY, X0, Y0, X1, Y1, it will go up to the last will be your X7 and Y7, and it will generate C out, and these all are cascaded, which are adding 2 single bits at a time, and they are generating the signals, which are sum signals. And this sum signal with C out, this sum signal with C out will become your output signal, which we have already discussed. So this becomes your output signal, which is 9-bit total. So these are the 8 bits plus Cout will be your 9-bit. Now we'll quickly see its implementation. So we'll go to the compiler, the tool which we are using for running this circuit. Now here I'm using ModelSim software for running this code of System Verilog. So for that you have to open the ModelSim software tool. Just click on file, then new, then we'll use one project. So we'll start a new project here. So click on new, then project, give any name to the project. I will give the name as SVPROG. Click on OK. Let me clear the screen first. Okay, now we'll create the new file. So new file, click on create new file option. Now here I will give name to the file as first circuit, first CKT. Now there are multiple options here. So right now we are studying System Verilog. So click on System Verilog and then press OK. You can close this window. Now once this file is created, the extension is .sv since we are studying System Verilog. So this file is created now, first circuit.sv. Then right click and click on edit to write the program. Now we'll write the program. First we'll write the design code and then we'll write the test bench code. So write the module for this circuit. So I will give name as add and the inputs are x comma y comma cin. These are the inputs x, y and cin. Outputs are sum and cout. Then we'll write the input and the data type we'll use is logic. So here there is difference between Verilog and System Verilog. In System Verilog, we use the data type as logic. Internally, it will take it as a register or wire depending on the uses of that particular statement, particular variable. So no need to no need to consider the different data types here in System Verilog. It will automatically uh, check the uses of that particular variable, and according to that, it will use that variable. But in Verilog, we have to always remember where to use wire and register data type. So here, no such thing is there. Directly, you can use logic as a data type. So 7 0 x. Similarly, we have for y. Then Cin is single bit signal. Now we'll write for output. So output, there are two outputs, sum and cout. Cout is again a single bit number. And then you have to define that output signal also. Just to mention the data type there, logic, and number of bits for that output signal are 9. So 8 to 0. As discussed earlier, the number of bits for that output signal are 9. Now we'll write the assign statement. So assign out signal as x plus y plus cin, because it is the addition of x plus y plus cin. Then again assign sum is equal to output signal, and the values of output signal, it will take bits from 7 to 0, because as discussed earlier, the sum is nothing but combination of the out signal is combination of sum plus cout, right? So sum is nothing but initial 7 bits uh, excluding the MSB of out signal, so that is nothing but your sum, and your cout is nothing but the last bit, which is MSB of out signal. So out of the 8th value of out signal is nothing but your cout. This will end the module, end module colon, and the name of the module is add. Now this is design code. Now we'll write the code for test bench. So again create the module test bench. If you want to know more about test bench, please visit the previous lectures on VLSI programming. So there I have already talked in detail about this test bench and design code. So you can refer that. Now I'll copy these things, because we are going to use the same variable name. Either you can use different variable. So logic, here instead of x you can use tb underscore x, and logic, so here logic you can use tb underscore y. Then for cin, again you can use tb underscore cin. Similarly for output logic, tb underscore sum, and cout is again it becomes tb underscore cout. Either you can assign the same name which we have already used in design code, which is x, y, cin, sum, cout, or you can give different names or different variables name like tb underscore x, then tb underscore y, tb underscore cin, tb underscore sum, and tb underscore cout. Now the next is, after writing this, we have to write the mapping function. So to map these variables with the variables which we have written in module of design code. So for that, use the same name of whatever module name you have given to the design code, the same name you have to use, and some name to access the variables. So add one, this is the name I am giving. Now we have to map this. So to map this, you have to use dot operator. So to map, we have to use the design code variables first. So design code variable is x, and corresponding variable in a test bench code is tb underscore x. So in bracket, you have to mention that variable. x in comma, and similarly you have to use this for all the 5 variables. So here the second variable is y, tb underscore y. The third variable is cin, so cin and tb underscore cin. Then fourth variable is sum, tb underscore sum. Fifth variable is cout, and inside the bracket tb underscore cout. So this will end the mapping function. Then write the functional block. So initial begin after the time interval of 1, just give the inputs. So tb underscore x is equal to, give some value 1, then tb underscore y, give the value 2, and tb underscore scene, which is again third input. Only inputs you have to mention. So scene I'm taking here is 1, or you can take it as a 0 also. So if you take it 0, so teen scene is 0, and then end, and this will end your model. Okay, so initial, so this is, and then at last you have to mention the end module statement, and the module name is test bench, test and underscore bench, and then you save this by clicking on save button. Then right click here on the first circuit, first ckt.sv, to compile this file. So click on compile selected. So here you will get the message that compile of the circuit first ckt.sv was successful. Now then you have to click on library section here. So all the library, the default library for all the programs will be your work library. So just click on work library. There you will get the two models here, then add and test bench. So select both the models, because our models which we want to run are add and test bench, test underscore bench. So both the models are present. So just select these two models, right click there and click on simulate. The simulation is over. Now it will show the waveforms. To observe the waveforms for this circuit, just click on this wave, and there you will get, now here there are different instances. So add, we have various signals. So when you click on this, so there you will get various signals. Similarly, test bench, and when you click on this, so just these are the different signals which are present here, and just go to the view option, and there you click on objects so that the objects section will be visible. So here there are multiple windows present. So this is your main file, and in waves, so this is actually the objects section. So here there are signals like x, y, seen, sum, cout, and out. So these all signals we have already discussed. So how to observe the wave? So just click on that particular signal and give some value. So click on that signal. Actually, you have to first drag and drop these signals to the views. So here X signal is present, then Y, then seen, then sum, then see out, and then out. Why it is showing this plus option here? Because it is uh, 8-bit signal. X is having 8 bits, so all the bits it is showing from 0 to 7. Similarly, Y is again 8-bit signal, so 0 to 7. Then sum is again 8-bit signal from 0 to 7. Then cout is 1 bit, so it is not showing any plus sign there because it is single bit. Cin is also single bit, and out is 9 bit, so it is showing from 0 to 8, right? Now to generate the values, so click on this particular signal and click on force. So just give some value to that signal. So here by default it is taking 8 bit, but what is the value to that signal? So I am just giving here 1 to X signal. Similarly, give some value to Y. So just right click on that signal and click on force. Give some value to this signal as 1 again, or you can give any value 2. So X we have given 1 value, Y we have given 2 value. So and seen I'm keeping it as a 0 value. So ideally the output should be 3. So here, so these are the inputs, right? So just click on run option here so that you will get the value. So here the value is 1, here the value is 2. So and seen we are keeping 0, 1 bit. So here sum you are getting as 3. 1 plus 2 as 3. There is no carry generated, so output is 0, C out, and your output is again a 3, which is similar to sum only. But here it is showing 9H. 9 means it is 9-bit signal. 9-bit signal, which is your out signal, which includes your C out only. Sum plus C out is nothing but out signal, which we have already used. You can change this run length from nanosecond to picosecond to observe it more, right? So this is about how you can run and how you can observe the output. Again, you can switch to the program window, and there you can change the parameter and you can observe the waveform. So this is about a simple 8-bit adder circuit, a combinational circuit. We'll see different combinational circuits in further lectures um, on system Verilog programming. We'll see the circuits like multiplexers, encoders, decoders, demultiplexers, and a few more circuits, combinational circuits. Then we'll switch to sequential circuit part. There we'll discuss about flip-flops and application of flip-flops. So keep visiting our channel for further lectures of System Verilog, and subscribe the channel if you like the video. We will cover uh, majority of applications of basic digital electronics and different circuits, including the finite state machines and counter circuits using System Verilog programming. Then we will see different aspects of System Verilog like coverage, functional coverage, code coverage. So keep visiting the channel for more videos. Thank you.